What is up, gamers? Stackswell's back at it again today with another market watch. Market is absolutely crazy. The last calling brought a lot of surprises. We have Lexi LLing, ProQuest season wrapping up. People are making new decks for the new formats. I mean, just look at all these tabs I have open. Like, this is insane. I don't want to waste any more time. No Raid Shadow Legends ads. Let's just go ahead and jump straight into it here. Twin Drive is up to $40 for the cheapest non-foil copy. Cheapest rainbow on the market is $65. This is a massive jump, like a 2 or 3x jump from where it was just a few days ago. This and most of the other mech cards are off the back of the last calling. A Dash IO got second. A lot of people are looking to that for the new meta, for the Worlds metagame. That's another thing. Yeah, people are prepping for Worlds, buying new decks for Worlds. So yeah, Twin Drive, not a huge surprise given the recent success of Dash IO. Yeah, I do think more people are going to start opening bright lights again, and pulling more of these. I think this price is definitely due to go down. There's no reason this card should be worth more than like a Codex of Frailty, so I wouldn't quite be looking to pay this price. Honestly, Bright Light Sealed is kind of looking good. There's several high ticket items in that set. Given Dash's new success, I think I would sooner open sealed product than I would buy singles from Bright Lights, and that is a very rare take from me. I almost never say that. Moving on, Already Dead. Here's another one from Bright Lights. Uzuri won that tournament, which again was a pretty big surprise. I think most people thought either Dromai or Lexi was going to win it, and for neither of them to get either of the top two spots was kind of crazy. Cheapest non-full on the market is $20. Cheapest rainbow on the market is also $20. So if you're going to get it, I always recommend the shiny versions as they hold more value, evident in something like Twin Drive here. Moving on, we have Heist, another Bright Lights Majestic here. A lot of hits in this set. Cheapest non-full on the market is $24. Cheapest rainbow on the market is, there's only like 4 on the market, and they're all $30. So those are going to be disappearing quickly. If you're looking to get it, maybe get it now before they're gone. Again, yeah, I would just be opening sealed product if I was looking to build this deck. Tome of Imperial Flame, another hit from Bright Lights. Dromai didn't rotate. Dromai is slated to be the best hero in the game. Worlds will, truly determine that, but most people are looking to Dromai as the default option. Cheapest non-foil on the market is about $40. Cheapest foil on the market is about $55. Again, yeah, if I was looking for just Tome, I think I would buy the singles. But if I was looking at, building a Mechanologist deck, I'd probably buy the sealed product. Adaptive Plating, here's another hit from Bright Lights that wasn't a hit a week ago. If you pulled this a week ago, you would be mad. You'd be like, dang, and Adaptive Plating, this barely pays for my tournament entry, Now it's $50 for a rainbow foil. This stuff's just going crazy. The cold foil is $100. And let me tell you, if you guys haven't seen this card, Cold Foil, in the flesh, it is a beautiful card. It is like actually gorgeous. Again, I would just be buying sealed on all this stuff. High Octane, cheapest on the market is $20. Again, this is off the back of Dash IO. Kind of can't buy sealed on this one, but there is a white border version. I always recommend the black border, as I think it will retain higher price points, and I don't think the price is that different, so I'd probably go with the black border if you care about that kind of stuff at all. Yeah, cheapest non-foil on the market is $20. Cheapest foil on the market is $35. All these Dash cards are going crazy. Actually, you know what? Before I even bought a black border, I would kind of just wait, because I'm not sure that Dash is going to perform at Worlds. Now that people know it's a good deck and people are practicing against it, maybe it will lose that surprise factor that it had going into the last calling. I would just wait, honestly. I really would. I think all this stuff will go down. Pulse Wave Harpoon, $22 for the cheapest copy on the market. Cheapest rainbow foil is about the same price. Again, if you're going to get it, you might as well get the rainbow foils. Tectonic Plating is going up as well. There's another reason the market's going crazy. We had heavy hitters announced. It's going to include Guardians in it. So, of course, Tectonic Plating is going a little bit crazy. And it jumps up real fast, too. Like, for this $35 price point, there's only like 4 on the market. Then it jumps to $40. So don't wait until it hits that $40, $50 price point. You might as well just get it while it's relatively cheap if you're even considering playing Guardian. Mask of Momentum. This card is kind of taken off. Look, just 2 days ago, one sold for $76. Now cheapest on the market is $100. I think a lot of Lexi players just kind of naturally are going to gravitate towards the next aggressive deck, the next like best aggressive deck, and that's slated to be Ninja, whether that be Katsu or Fi. We're not fully sure yet. Again, Worlds will kind of answer a lot of these questions for us, but people gearing up for Worlds, getting rid of their Lexi stuff, picking up Ninja stuff. Mask Momentum, $100. Crazy world we live in. Scopo and Crosswrap, here's another one. Again, I think all the Lexi players are moving on, right? They have to buy new decks. And some of them are just Lexi players because they're Ranger simps, right? There's a lot of, like, Ranger's just a cool class. It's, everyone's go-to Skyrim class. Everyone plays Ranger, right? So it doesn't surprise me fully that people play Ranger in this as well. Am I off base there? Did everyone not build like a stealth archer in Skyrim? I don't know. I'm too far off topic. Skullbone Crosswrap, $60. Again, people are looking to other Rangers to play, and Azalea is well slated right now. I think she's a solid hero. Other people are maybe looking to capitalize off the rising popularity of Ninja. As we all know, Red and Ledger kind of tears apart that deck. Moving on, Toma Fendal. The Dash.io deck played this. Cheapest copy on the market is $10. Well, the cheapest black border copy anyway. And the cheapest rainbows are about $40. So, and there's only a few left for $40. There's like, what, 4 up there? And then they jump to like 50. So, yeah, it might be worth picking up before they disappear. This is one of those cards I feel like is always going to be good. Any deck that could cheat action points, like Dash.io does by just putting stuff out and cranking it, cheating action points consistently. Any deck that could consistently cheat action points is going to like playing Toma Fendal. So I think this is just a solid pickup in general. Any playable card that says generic at the bottom, I always recommend just getting the foils and calling it a day. Fendal Spring Tunic, cheapest Bright Lights Fendal Spring Tunic is $68. Isn't that insane? Like, if you pull a foiled Twin Drive from Bright Lights, you're actually up more than if you pulled a Tunic. I don't know. That's insanity to me. But I guess this is what they were going for. They wanted every player to have access to Tunic, and I think at this price point, the goal has been achieved. I like that. I like that no one could complain about Tunic being expensive anymore. Moving on, Construct Nitro Mechanoid. This wasn't in any of the list that tops or anything like that. I just kind of wanted to update everyone on the price. Cheapest rainbow foil is $40. Cheapest cold foil on the market is $51. Again, just wanted to update everyone, just let everyone know where that's at. Ancestral Empowerment, here's another one, just not a lot of movement on it. I just kind of want to bring it to everyone's attention now that everyone's making Ninja. Cheapest non-foil on the market is about $6. Cheapest rainbow foil on the market is about $11 or $12. What else do we got? Magnetic Shockwave. This card is only available in Crucible War. It's like one of the only Mechanologist staple Majestic cards that didn't get reprinted in History Pack. So there's less magnetic shockwaves in the world than there are high octanes or something like that. So that's why the price point for this card is so much higher than the others. If you're a brand new aspiring mech player, I don't even think this card is like particularly broken or anything like that. I think a lot of its success came from Lexi existing. Being able to blow up New Horizon is just a very, very powerful thing you could be doing against Lexi. That's like the way to win. So now that Lexi's gone, I think this card is actually a lot less relevant. Probably not worth picking up. Just wait. I don't even think they'll still be playing this card after New Horizons is gone. Like, what are you really blowing up? Blowing up an opponent's Mask Momentum could be cool, but if you're just going against things like Bravo and Dromai, then there's nothing you could really be magnetic shockwaving that is really impacting the game a lot. So I would wait, just kind of see how the metagame shakes up. Is it going to be more ninja oriented? If yes, then magnetic shockwave's worth it. Is it going to be more guardian, warrior, Dromai, things like that? Then no, magnetic shockwave isn't even worth a slot. That's just my take on it. In Light Strike, this is the new Bellwether card. Before it was Tunic, the price of Tunic almost directly reflected the growth of the game. I think it might be E-Strike now that Tunic has been reprinted so many times. This card was $25 just a couple weeks ago. Now it's up to $33. Interestingly enough, though, the Rainbow Foil is down. The Rainbow Foil is $112, whereas the Rainbow Foil used to be like $130, $140, $150. So what does this tell us? This tells us that these are new players picking up these cards. It's not like collectors buying them all up, right? Because if collectors were buying Tunics, they'd be buying the Rainbow Foils. I don't think they'd be buying just the black bordered non-foil copies. So I think this is a good sign. I think that this is a welcome welcome spike in price, I guess we could say. E-Strike, a set of E-Strikes, it's going to cost you $100. Welcome to Flesh and Blood. Crown of Dominion, again, Royal Dromai, very good deck. Cheapest Rainbow Foil on the market is $56. Sealed Dynasty starting to look kind of tempting. And cheapest Cold Foil is $65. If you're going to get it, please just buy the Cold Foil, pay the extra $10, and get something that's going to hold some amount of value. Teklo Core, cheapest on the market, is $16. This card is just so overstated. Being able to pull it off the top of your deck with Dash.io or pull it out of your deck for free with Spark of Genius is just so incredibly above rate. I think every Dash ever is going to be playing 3 of this card. Yeah, cheapest on the market is $16. I don't know if I said that. Cheapest foil on the market is like nearly $30. Again, this is an Arcane Rising, like Majestic. Arcane Rising Majestics are always expensive. So it does make sense, and it is a very powerful card. Yeah, just this Dash.io hype is just making this market go crazy. Black Tech Whispers. It's so crazy because Assassin wins the whole thing, but that's like much less interesting than Dash.io getting second for some reason. I can't really say why that's so much more interesting. Maybe it's because Assassin's a little bit more block oriented and people don't like decks that block. That's how it feels for me anyway. Let me know if I'm wrong in the comments. But I think the average player likes the aggressive decks, likes the decks that aren't blocking at all and just playing their 5-card hands. That's why something like Dash is just so appealing to the average player, to the masses. Again, this isn't for everyone, but yeah, I like Assassin. I like Assassin a lot, so I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about the prices. Cold Foil actually didn't move on the Black Tech Whispers. It's only $90 for the cheapest Cold Foil, and this is down a lot from the all-time highs. All-time highs are like 150-ish, so if in this next meta, if Uzuri is a super competitive tier 1 deck, this could definitely go up. I actually don't think that's going to be the case, though, sadly. One of Uzuri's best matchups was Lexi, who is now gone. One of Uzuri's worst matchups is Dromai, which is still here. So I think it's going to be a little while till we're in an Uzuri meta, but I think it will come one day. It's just need maybe Dromai and Icelander to be gone, and she'll have her time in the sun, I'm sure. And when she's back, I think everyone should just kind of be ready for it, you know? So don't wait for this card to be $200. If you have any interest in the class, you might as well pick it up now. Teklo Foundry Heart is $28. This is insane. The non-foil one from Bright Lights, of course, but like actually insane. I don't know. I just wanted to bring that up and show you guys. I don't want to hear anyone complain about the price of Flesh and Blood ever again. This is craziness. Starstruck is $25 as well. I didn't even think about this till I started recording and I have them see them back to back. Starstruck is almost as expensive as Teklo Foundry Heart. Insanity. Starstruck is such an overperformer. When everyone's seen it, they're like, it's solid. No, it's so much more than solid. It actually makes Bravo a solid deck, like a really good deck, a tier 1 deck potentially. So, yeah, this is insane, but I can't imagine it going much lower. If you want to play Bravo at all, you're going to need 3 of these. And, you know, with more Guardian support coming on the horizon, I could imagine this card going even higher than it is. There's only 4 rainbows on the market right now. One's 30, one's 35, and one's 40. So, yeah, that's Starstruck. I feel bad for the Guardian players who waited on it. It just keeps going up and up. Remembrance dodged another banned and suspended list. We know what happens every time Remembrance dodges banned and suspended list. Ugh. You know what I meant to say. Price goes up. $13 for the cheapest Remembrance on the market now. Cheapest Rainbow is nearly $20. Down and Dirty's going down a little bit. Finally, cheapest on the market is $10. Quickly jumps up to $15 though. Yeah, fantastic popper. Dromai's still going to be in the meta. Down and Dirty still going to be popping dragons for, you know, till she's gone. This card's going to be relatively expensive. So, yeah, kind of get used to it. You know, if Dromai is something that really irritates you or makes you mad, then probably get a playset. New Horizons dropping. This is just in free fall now. People undercutting each other left and right all day. Cheapest on the market is a solid 100 right now. I'll be very interested to check this again in a couple weeks and see where that is. I want to check on the cold foil. Cheapest cold foil on the market is 120. Yeah, again, let's see where this is at in a couple weeks. I think it's probably going to be like half of this, but time will definitely tell. I think it's going to keep falling. Ghostly Touch, cheapest on the market is about $15 after shipping. And the cheapest cold foil on the market is $31. kind of interesting. I think Dromai could still play it, is still going to play it. Probably even more so now that people aren't playing Lexi. Maybe they'll be playing more popper heavy decks like Brute, Guardian, and Warrior with the new set coming up. I think Ghostly Touch could definitely have a place to shine against specifically Brute and Guardian. So I think it's a solid pickup. $15 for a legendary. Can't really go wrong. Stormstriders keeps falling. I'm pretty sure it's confirmed that Icelander dodged the LL. So, we're going to be dealing with Icelander for time to come because it's off season 2 now, right? So there's not going to be a major event for a few months after Worlds. So if Icelander doesn't win Worlds, which with all the Dromai running around, I would say it's probably going to be tough for her to win Worlds. Not impossible, but probably tough. And if she doesn't win Worlds, we'll be dealing with her. The next place she can earn LL points is like, I don't know, isn't it like February or something? So what, we're going to have 4 more months of Icelander. So if you're looking to play her, $77 for the cheapest Stormstrider. Great deal. Obviously, every wizard ever that's ever going to come out is always going to play Stormstriders. So yeah, solid pickup right there. Pursuit of Knowledge, a lot of people are putting this in their Dromai decks. Cheapest on the market is about $3 after shipping. Cheapest Rainbow is also, it's like $4 or $5 for the cheapest Rainbow. Great pickup. It's a card that says generic at the bottom of it, and it's not terrible. It's been played in like a few different decks since I've started playing the game. This is one of those ones that's just like a tech option that's always going to be slotted in and out as the meta allows. So, in a world where that's the case, it just seems like a no-brainer to pick a playset of foils up of these for like $10. Invoke Soraya, How the Mighty Have Fallen. Cheapest Rainbow on the market is $12. Cheapest Cold Foil on the market is $40. I just kind of wanted just to bring that up and let you guys know. Give and Take, cheapest on the market, $12. Cheapest Rainbow Foil on the market, also $12. Interesting. I think Give and Take's a great card. I think this one's super slept on. I specifically like it in Uzuri. But yeah, a 1 for 3 that blocks for 3. Go again. Interesting stat line. Protects you against fatigue. There's so much utility with this card. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. I have a lot to say on it, but I just don't want to bore anyone. Widespread Ruin is like weirdly going up. $10 for the cheapest non-foil copy of Widespread Ruin. The rainbows have all but disappeared. Cheapest is $20. There's 2 of them, and then $35. So I don't know what happened with Widespread Ruin, but that card's gone crazy. I think someone just bought it out, thinking maybe one day Vincent will be good. I wouldn't buy it for these prices. I would definitely wait for it to replenish on the market. If I had some, I'd post them. I'd undercut all this stuff. But yeah, that's Widespread Ruin. Shock Charmers, cheapest rainbow foil on the market is $26. This card's also in free fall since Lexi's gone. Cheapest cold foil, hold on here. Cheapest cold foil on the market is $52. There's no hero that can play this anymore. I'm not sure if LL will even want to play this. So this is all, the only reason to buy it right now really is just waiting for a new lightning hero to come out, which I'm sure will at some point. I'm sure we'll be back to Arya, and Shock Charmers will be a good card at some point. But I do think that Shock Charmers has a lot of room to fall. I could see this being, I don't even know why right now it's more expensive than Ghostly Touch. I wouldn't be looking to pick one up until it was like Ghostly Touch prices, Dash.io, the cold foil, you get this from top aiding the Pro Quest, is $131. Just wanted to show the insanity that Dash.io is causing on the market. Can't talk about that without bringing Dash.io herself up. Arcanite Skullcap, this one is, I haven't talked about it in such a long time, really. Crown of Providence really outshines this card in so many ways. 9 out of 10 times you want Crown of Providence, but there's that 1 out of 10 where you don't, right? Maybe in something like New Prism, right? She starts at lower life totals. This gives you more room to cover up breakpoints and things like that. I don't think Arcanite Skullcap has no place in Flesh and Blood anymore. I still think it is objectively better than Crown of Providence in many decks, in many situations. So if you don't have one, again, overall, Crown of Providence, better card, but Skullcap, still a good card, believe it or not. At $35 for the OG Rainbow Foil, it seems like a good pickup to me. Oblivion also got bought out. Someone's just going ham on the Vincent cards here. There's one up here for $12, then they quickly jumped to $15. And there's only like 6 total on the market anyway, so yeah, kind of crazy there. Crater Fist, cheapest on the market, is only $12, which is insane because it's a Crucible card. Why is this saying first edition? Do I have it filtered by first? No, unlimiteds, they say they're cheaper. These can't be first eds. These people probably just don't know. Well, I don't know. It's Salty Whale, maybe. Anyway, $12 for a Crater Fist, I think, is a solid deal. I think Guardian's slated to get a lot more support. Guardian, just as a class, is just so broken. They already have so much good stuff to their name. I can't imagine the new Guardian's not going to be good. There's just too much good Guardian stuff out there in the world. Crater Fist is one of them. Crater Fist is one of the reasons that Guardian's just so good. For $12, if you're looking to play Guardian and you don't have this card already, what are you doing? Please pick it up. It's so cheap. How is Civic Steps twice the price of Crater Fist? Civic Steps from the round the table, $26. Insanity. I think you could just open stuff from. I think you could just open round the table and just start selling singles. Look at this. The Professor Teklovossen, $10. Well, that and Civic Steps, you're at $35, right? Professor's Weapon, $6. Like, there's just so much money in this set. And then some of it's sold out, right? Like, look at this. Hold on. Growl, out of stock. You could just post it for whatever. Post it for like $6, $7, $8. You could, I think you could just open around the tables and just make money on just listing singles. It's a lot of work, but you could do it. All the weapons and heroes are like $5 each. Then you randomly have like Civic Steps, Mauling Quee. Yeah, it's insanity. I think you could do that. Wrecker Romp, the extended art. This is an old Armory promo from back in the day. Someone went crazy on them. There's only 2 on the market now. They're both like $25. Arachne, the cold foil young Arachne specifically. This is from the calling that was at the Pro Tour. So how many people were in that calling? Roughly, I don't know, like 400 or 500. That means only 400 or 500 of these Arachnes exist. Fatigue is always a very good strategy. I'm surprised Arachne hasn't seen more play. Isn't fatigue a viable thing you could do? Maybe it's because Kano's still in the meta and it's hard to combat Kano with a fatigue based strategy. But maybe once Kano LLs, decks like Arachne are going to start gaining popularity in Blitz. And for a calling promo, $20 seems like a really good deal to me. Silver Palms, cheapest on the market is $20. Cheapest cold foil on the market is $20. They're really pushing UPF hard lately, and I don't know why they didn't make it Merchant Hero. It feels like an obvious choice. Merchant is kind of a loved class and doesn't make a whole lot of sense because there's not a ton of support for Merchant. I could see them releasing another Professor type thing. Probably not anytime in the near future. Maybe like this time next year they will or something. And I imagine when they do, it'll include Merchant in it. I don't know why I feel like that. It just feels like such a UPF deck. So many people like the class in UPF. I don't fully get it. But $20 seems like a good deal for a Kofo Legendary in there. Nebula Blade, this is all Viserai players could play with, unfortunately. Well, it's not all they can. They do Reaping Blade as well. But Nebula Blade is an option that a lot of people are looking at. And the Cold Foil is $50. That's really the reason I bring it up. I'm not saying it's better than Reaping Blade or whatever. I just want to bring it up to talk about the price. This is just an Armory promo from back in the day. It's $50. That's crazy. I don't even think it's better than Reaping Blade. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Crazy. This price is crazy. Plunder the Poor from Dynasty. This is a rainbow foil. Some of these rainbow foils from Dynasty just go crazy randomly. And the latest one is Plunder the Poor. Cheapest on the market is $10 and it jumps to $15. It's insane. This is pretty much only an Arachne card. Uzuri doesn't even play this. So, yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. That was a lot. I'm surprised I made it through it. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, rate, subscribe, and help the algorithm help me out just a little bit. Later, gamers.